Okay, so the whole idea of this little video here is to kind of unbox, I guess you could say, all the computer parts for my new computer. So here's the story behind this little thing. Is about 3-4 years ago, I had this grand idea that, hey, you know what, I'm going to build a computer. But you know, computers aren't cheap, and to build the computer I wanted was definitely not going to be cheap. So I just kind of saving up a little bit here, a little bit there, getting computer parts, and today I finally have all the parts together. So it all started when I was working at Tiger Direct, and they had this a sale on the actual case that I was looking for, and this is it. It's kind of heavy. So this is it. It is a Chaser Mark I. It's pretty cool. If you want all the specs, you can go online and look at them. The cool thing about this is it has the 3.0 USB 3.0. It looks pretty cool. I mean, come on, that's a pretty cool looking thing. That was the other thing. Case. Oh, it has a lot of not cooling. I guess you could say cooling is. It's a very airy. There's a lot of air can go through the whole case to cool it down. So I was like, hey, that's pretty cool. After that, I did some more work at some different jobs, and I got my income tax, and it was pretty good sizable income tax. So I was able to get some good stuff, and so I got this. This is a motherboard. With this motherboard, it has the Wi-Fi, and I was like, whoa, motherboard with Wi-Fi, that's pretty cool. This is a Intel. It uses the Intel processors. Once again, this also has USB 3.0. So USB 3.0, USB 3.0. You know, if one fails, there's always another one. You know, there are two of them. This is from Asus. This is a P8 Z77V. What else? This, I guess you could say this is one of the top of the line motherboards at the time. The other thing I got was this. This is the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 760. Once again, at the time, this was like one of the best things that were out right at that moment. It's pretty cool. Can't wait to get this thing in there. So yeah, I'm still just kind of excited about this whole thing. It's gonna be so cool. The other thing, the processor. Here with this processor, since it's kind of small writing, this is the Intel Core i7. It says down here, 3770K. This is it's not the top of the line, but it's like the second best. This is I was excited about this. There is a certain thing. These three I've had in my room, so they've been in a very climate-controlled area, tucked away back in the closet. So hopefully they should be good. The case has been up in the attic since I got it. I'm hoping it should be good. I'm hoping it still works. No reason why it should, right? I mean, it's just like being if it was in a warehouse. The next thing I got was this. Got this from Newegg. I thought this cheap, and well, you can see why it was cheap. There is no actual packaging. It's just this, and this is a Blu-ray player, Blu-ray drive, Blu-ray player. So read and write capabilities. How cool is that? Top line for everything. Yes, yes. So yeah, there's that. And then the whole reason for this thing, and the reason I'm so excited for this thing, is like, ooh, wow, that's cool. This right here. This came in today. These are the rest of the parts for this computer, and I'm like, ooh. So let's get this open. Knife. Got it with tax money, and I get a tax coupon. That's funny. Receipt. Packaging. Another packaging. Hey. This is something. Here we go. The memory. Ooh. This is a G.Skill Ripjaw X. This is 8 gig. The idea is that the motherboard is able to accompany 4 slots. I will have 4 of these, so 8 and 8, 16, so about 32 gigs of RAM. Yes, I'm going to put 32 gigs of RAM in this motherboard because it's capable of doing 32 gigs of RAM, so yay. Let's see. This is the operating system. Windows Ultimate 7. Windows 7 Ultimate. Can't speak, I'm so excited. Yeah, it's just the OEM. Had to go cheap on some things, right? Let's see. This is the power supply. This is where all the weight for the box is. This is 1300, yes, 1300 watts. Yes, like I said, this is, I'm going for the best. It's not really, I mean, I could have gone maybe a little bit higher, but I think 1300 watts should be pretty good for now. Ugh. Let's see. More stuff. Knife. The knife. Can't find the knife. Guess these are just scissors. Here we go. I can't see it very good, but get out. This is a 4 terabyte hard drive. 4 terabytes. That's right, 4 terabytes. It's a Western Digital, 64 megabyte cache. This is pretty cool. I like this. This is going to be the storage. This, well, let's open that up and then we'll talk about that one. Knife. Oh, found the knife. Okay. So this thing's kind of small if you can see that. This is a hybrid drive. So this is, the idea is that it's like a solid state drive, but it still has some working parts. the idea behind the hybrid drives is that there is a fail rate among the solid state drives that they do fail after a period of time. With the hybrids, they have a longer life. This is from what I've heard people tell me, that they have longer life because, if I remember right, the solid state drives are always being written to. So there's a lot of production. I'm not sure what the word I'm looking for is, but they use it. It's being used a lot. Whereas with the hybrid drives, it's only being utilized when it needs to be utilized, so that there's not a lot of wear and tear. I guess that's a better word. There is not a lot less wear and tear on hybrid drives compared to solid state drives. This is what a few people and friends have told me. So, yay. With this will have just the operating system and anything else that the operating system needs. So like the Office, any of the Office products will be on here. Adobe will be on here. Those type of things. With the storage, this is where games will be in. This is where the movie stuff to access, to make movies with, to record with. That's what's going to hold this, because there's a lot more to this than to that. So all that stuff will be on here. One thing about this will not be it by itself. There will be more. I'm still trying to figure out, am I going to be doing two together? And I think it's called RAID 2. That it's being written to both of them at the same time. In that case, so what I might do is I might end up having 4, so that I would actually have 8 terabytes of storage. How cool is that? Another thing about the processor, if I remember right, it is a 3.5 gigahertz processor. And that's cool, that's pretty cool, huh? It can be it's called turbo boosted up to 3.9. Ooh, 3.9, yay! So yeah, that's pretty cool. So this is a pretty decent computer right here. 3.9. I'm thinking about. I think I might just do overclock it up to like a 4.0. So a 4.0 processor. 32 gigs RAM, 8 terabyte hard drive. Might just go with a second video card. This one is 2 gig video card. So you put in 2, that's 4 gig. I'm still toying around with the idea of just going to get another video card. I don't know. I think the biggest thing will be money, like always. So yeah, can't wait to get started on that. Yay! So there you go. That's me. That's my computer or computer parts, and maybe later I'll actually show you the finished process. That'd be kind of cool, huh? Well, adios.